You're listening to FUBAR Weekly on KDSR, Demo Spin Radio, brought to you by ARC Network Live 365, the station where everyone deserves to be heard. The following program contains strong language and adult content. Listener discretion is advised. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Goddamn right, Mr. Bill O'Reilly. The fucking thing sucks. The fucking thing always sucks. It always sucks. Doesn't it suck when everything sucks? What's going on, everybody? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. FUBAR Weekly Show. Today is Cinco de Drinko, Tuesday, May the 5th, 2020. Nicole's running late. She ain't even here yet. She's like, fuck that shit, I ain't going. Which is cool. So I'm sitting here by myself, all my lonesomes, don't know where she is. Just me and you folks till she gets here. It's like, I need my mommy. I don't know. So yeah, this was Nicole's idea to have the show back in the studio, and she's late. So that makes me sad. I'm going to have to throw my titties at her or something when she gets here. She'll be here momentarily. She told me a few minutes ago that she was on her way. What's going on out there? How's everybody doing? Who's watching? Who's here? What's going on? What are we doing? I don't know what's going on. The typical everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Things aren't working right. And well, I haven't been in here to do anything in probably almost 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks. So things are a bit disorganized, disheveled, even more so than normal. If she's not here, why am I facing? I'll turn and face you fine folks. How you doing? Something sounds like crap. I need to buy new equipment. I need new microphones and stuff. So what's going on? Cinco de Mayo. People's corona quarantine starting to lift. Yeah, things are changing in the world. Things are definitely changing. No, oh! Look who fucking decides to show up.
I'm kidding. Hi. Are we on it?
Hi.
We're on.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, we're on.
Hi, world.
We've been on for a few minutes.
Hi, internet.
Take a minute. Hang on. Let me turn it. Get your mic before I turn the mic hot again. Get yourself situated so it doesn't sound like fucking crazy things going on. Are you good? I can turn it up now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Raven.
Hi, how are you?
So nice of her to fucking show up.
I'm sorry.
Did you oversleep? Did you take a nap? What's that?
I have notes. I have notes for today's show. I have a lot of notes for today's show.
Is that why you're late?
Kind of. Kind of.
And I was just saying, it was your idea to come back in the studio today.
It was Cinco de Mayo. What can I say?
I'm surprised you didn't want to stay home and drink.
I don't want to.
Why not?
I don't know. I just
Because
don't.
you're just tired of staying home?
Yeah, basically.
I'm fucking tired of staying home.
I'm taking my watch off. 'Cause
Okay.
time is a construct. So.
Yes, it is.
So.
So what I was saying was in everything that can go wrong will go wrong fashion.
Uh-huh.
This is where we're at.
Okay. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hi, missed you.
I missed
your
you too.
face.
I missed your in-person face.
Thank you.
Because I've seen your face in the recent past,
Yes.
just not in person.
Whoa, you watching Pornhub again?
Yeah,
I get that a lot.
I don't know.
No, I don't. Oh, man.
I want to log in to see who's watching.
Okay, so log in to see who's watching.
I'm going to do it right
Like, to show you on how disorganized and fucked up shit is, I've been preferring to run video stuff, streaming stuff through my computer. And what I intended to do today was actually have 2 cameras set up with a split screen view, with one camera on you and one camera looking at me, side by side, nice fancy setup. And of course that didn't work. But I got here, and this is my laptop that I use in my home recording studio. It's not the laptop I normally run the show from. So I get here, and I don't remember the password for the Wi-Fi.
Oh.
And I don't have my other computer with me, which has the password stored on it in a secret file. So I had to call home, walk my son through finding where the passwords are, and tell me what the password was. Got that done. And then just shit wasn't working right.
Oh.
Just,
Well,
yeah.
I'm glad it's working right now.
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
And then actually the worst thing that happened so far today is right before I left, I filled up my fucking vape, and I left the cap sitting on the fucking table.
What does
at
that
home.
mean? What does that mean?
That means right now everything's leaking out because there's nothing to hold it in.
Oh, you left the cap of your vape on top or at home. I thought you
Yes.
meant of the bottle or
Yes.
something.
No, of this.
Oh, okay.
So I can't use it, and it's leaking all over the fucking place.
Is that why you asked me for a straw?
Yeah.
So you could go.
But I found out that would not actually solve the problem at all,
Oh, okay.
because the way the thing is, without the cap, the tank, it basically just is a hole at the top and a hole at the bottom, and without the top being closed off, it just leaks out the bottom.
I don't understand, but I guess that's why.
Physics.
Yeah. Okay.
Liquid physics.
Gotcha.
Benny and I are watching. What's up, Mom? What's up, Dad?
Hey. That's for them.
Yes. Nicole was late. I think you should ground her.
Don't do that.
By the way, you made that post about and looking androgynous. You're very tomboyish today.
I know.
You did that intentionally.
No, I didn't do it intentionally. It's just how I was feeling today.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, somebody called me handsome yesterday. I was
You're
like,
handsome.
I'm like, thanks. That's fine. And I was recently asked if I was a tranny, which is funny.
Should have said yes.
Nah, my response is usually, I'm whatever you want me to be.
There you go. Whatever you pay me to be.
So yeah. Today's a wild day.
Today was a weird day. Like, things have been like really weird, and not even like quarantine weird, but just like I mean, I guess probably related to the quarantine. You know, getting stir crazy, and me playing fucking teacher to my kids, and that's such a fucking headache hassle in and of itself. I can't wait for school to
Are they
end.
not Zooming?
Oh, they're Zooming. And, you know, that part of it's fine, but the work they have to do that's non-Zoom related is just a pain in the ass. She's been grounded as of all the rest of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just weird.
Okay.
You know, it's been busy, you know, day job has been busy in a weird way, and just weird. Just weirdness. A lot of weirdness, and now fucking killer hornets. Or murder
whatever.
wasps.
Just put some off on or something.
Like, they've been here for a long time. This is like,
I know.
I guess it's because everybody stopped being scared of coronavirus. And now, like, all right, we need something else to make everybody afraid of.
Do you think this is the end times and this is part of the plagues?
No.
Yeah. I don't
No, although when the coronavirus first started hitting hard the end of February, beginning of March, there was a plague of locusts going through Egypt.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is kind of cool but it's also something that happens like
Every couple of years.
Yeah, every couple, just like the cicadas happen every few years, and it's not.
I mean, we are heading into the rainy season, so you're probably going to see an influx of frogs too, and that's another one of the plagues. So just be aware.
Well, I mean, as long as they're not like raining from the sky, I think we're all right. And, like, a whole shitload of them hopping around on the ground, that's okay because they eat bugs.
Yeah, they might have a lot of trees in my neighborhood, so they might be hopping from the trees.
I forget what the fuck it's called. You would love this. There's a frog that, like, when it needs to defend itself, will break its own bones, poke the broken bones through its own skin, and use them as weapons.
I like that, but it's also terrifying.
Yeah.
I saw a frog and a toad sitting peacefully next to each other on a chair by my house, outside my house yesterday or the other day.
The frogs and toads usually not get along?
I don't know, but it reminded me of the children's book series.
Was the frog's name Jeremiah, and was he a bullfrog? Was he a good friend of yours? I mean,
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. No, Cisco Kid was my friend, though.
What's the next line?
He was a good friend of mine.
Next line?
I don't know.
I never understood a single word he said.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But I helped him drink his wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just imagined A bullfrog with a little wine glass, being like,
with his pinky out, like just like that,
Yeah.
pinky out because he's classy and shit.
"Ribbit."
What kind of drugs do you have to be on to write the lyrics? Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
I can't make bullfrog noises.
Well,
Rabbit. Rabbit.
like seriously, I mean, you know,
I don't know.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know. The same kind of drugs you have to be on to
right, strawberry fields and
in the Garden of Vida.
in the Garden of Eden.
In the Garden of Vida.
In the Garden of Eden.
In the Garden of Vida.
Those were the lyrics. The lyric was supposed to be in the Garden of Eden.
I know, but they said that was blasphemous, so they changed it to in a Garden of Vida.
In a Garden of Eden.
But I just prefer to say
Oh, I've been. I can't play it because I'll get fucking gigged for copyright. But did you know that there is a mashup between Slayer's Raining Blood and Rock Lobster?
No.
Yes. Yes.
So I had never heard the original Rock Lobster until Family Guy exposed me to it.
Seriously?
Yeah, and then I was like, "What?" And then I looked it up, and it was a real song. Obvious. Rock Lobster.
I'll play it for you later.
All right.
You kids can look it up. Just look. Is it Raining Lobster or something like that? It's Slayer and B-52's mashup. Check it out. It's so worth it. And like you listen to Raining Blood, and it's like the lyrics, the cadence of the lyrics is exactly like Rock Lobster, and it's just fucking funny.
I want to hear that.
We'll play it later.
Okay.
We're probably not going to go the full 2 hours because I'm probably going to have a nicotine fit before that and want to kill somebody.
That's fine. Don't hurt me.
No, not you. Not you. I like you. You're cool.
Thanks.
Fucking find some random person in this building and just yoke them up.
There's nobody else here.
I know. Sucks.
Well, you got the CPR dummies. You can beat them up.
Oh, sweet. I wonder if the door's still open.
I want to go find out later.
Oh, wait, you said there's cameras in there, though, right?
Yeah, that's why I like walked in and I was just like, "Oh dang!" And then I like slowly backed out.
Bring one, we'll violate one and then bring it back. Like,
They
put my
were.
nuts on
It
its
was
head or
just
something.
so weird because they were they were everywhere. They were just like bodies laying on the tables.
That's almost as bad as working in, I'm sure you've worked in a clothing store at some point in your life.
Yes, I used to work at Forever 21.
And when they have the mannequins, like,
Yeah.
just in the store, in the back stock room,
Yeah.
you walk through at night and there's fucking, just mannequins.
I
It's
moved
creepy.
my form, my like mannequin for making clothes into my room because I was like putting some stuff up online. And then the other day I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, "Oh, okay."
You need to put a big dildo on it.
Nah, I'm good.
No?
No, I had a gas mask on the head though for a while.
Nice.
Yeah,
Then you needed it to go fucking shopping.
basically.
I was a complete dick yesterday to somebody about the whole fucking quarantine 6 feet rule.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure I'll say I was the asshole in the situation. I was wrong. But it's just, the guy just annoyed me. I was in Publix, in the meat department, looking to get me some ground beef. And this dude's just standing there. Like, just fucking standing there. Not looking at stuff, just standing there. And I want to get my shit. So I'll just, I just swooped in to grab what I needed to get. It was fucking right there on the top. So I'm grabbing, and the guy, notices me. He's like, "Oh, I guess 6 foot rule doesn't apply to people." And I just looked at this guy. I'm like, "Fuck your feelings." And I just walked away. I stood there and waited for the guy. And he just stood there. Just stood there.
I had so much anxiety the other day at Publix because I'm standing in line and, everybody's trying to keep 6 feet apart from each other. And so somebody was trying to get by me. So I stepped forward 6 inches and the lady in front of me was like, "Can you please step back?" And I was like, "Okay, sorry." And then I walked backwards and then the person behind me had moved forward. And they were telling me that they needed 6 feet. And I'm like, "Well, y'all need to go 6 feet this way and 6 feet this way if you both want me to be 6 feet away from you." So, whatever. It's cool.
Whatever.
That's fine.
Fuck people.
Yeah, it's all good.
Fuck them all in the neck.
In the neck?
In the neck. Why not? It's a
All
good
right.
place.
All right. It's cool. Do you want to hear about some holidays and stuff?
Sure.
I got some fun Florida man stories, too.
Okay.
Today was actually a wild day in Florida history, just in general. We all know it's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to all my Mexican homies.
Happy Cinco de Drinko.
Can I tell you a joke real quick, though? I'm going to
Okay.
tell you a joke first. So, I forgot how it goes. Oh, the teacher asked the Mexican to write an essay, and he says he's not a snitch. Wait,
Oh.
that's not how that joke went.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why they call little Mexican kids paragraphs? Because they're not big enough to be essays yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, well, do you know I asked?
That's
I was
another joke that's going to cause me not to go on Saturday Night Live.
I was gonna wear a sombrero here today.
That would be cultural appropriation.
Listen, my Mexican friends literally don't care.
I know.
I've asked them.
I know. It's everybody else that's
Yeah.
offended on behalf of them.
One of my really good friends is Mexican, and I asked her last year. I'm like, "Do you think that's offensive, or is that like not a thing?" Or and she's like, "I think it's hilarious." And I was like, "Okay, there
I'm
you go."
Irish. Do you think like in Ireland they do not celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Ireland? Like it's not a thing at all. Like not even fucking like in certain neighborhoods, it's not a fucking thing in Ireland. Do you think the Irish are offended at leprechauns and making fun of it? No. You want to know why? Because they're not fucking pussies.
There you go.
Because they just don't give a shit.
Have you heard that all of the Karens are getting mad about calling people Karen?
They can go choke on a giant bucket of dicks.
They're like calling a woman Karen,
Is the equivalent of the N-word.
and I'm like, listen, if
Not
you're
even
saying the
fucking
word,
close.
if you're saying the word Karen and you're still saying letter word, we know which one's worse.
I'll tell you what, Karen, if you're really offended at me calling you Karen, then why don't you just go fucking talk to my manager? All right? Bitch.
Hey, Roger, can I talk to your manager?
Sure. Hang on a second. Let me get him. Ta-da!
That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing to do to customers sometimes.
Well, I told you what I did the one time. The guy wanted my boss's phone number. So I
you-
gave him
yeah.
I gave him my boss's business card. And he dialed the number and he's all angry. I'm sitting there and my phone rings and he kind of doesn't even notice and I answer the phone. He's like, "I got this employee here." And he hears himself kind of echoing and it looks over and I smile and just go,
I love that. I used to be a manager at an establishment.
Yeah.
They're like, "Let me speak to the manager," and I said, "I'm the manager." They're like, "No, you're not," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
I don't even know if the place is still open anymore. And there was a mechanic shop in Port Jefferson, New York, named what the hell was the name of it? I'm blanking on the name of it, but it was like Vincent's or something like that,
Yeah.
or like Lou's. And people, I'm friends with Lou, the owner, and the owner of the place was named Carmine. He just Henry's. That was it. Henry's Automotive. I know Henry. I've known Henry my whole life. And Carmine be on the phone. "Oh, really? Oh, I'm gonna have you fired when I talk to Henry." Oh.
I had a boss who told me that if anybody ever name drops him, to charge him double.
I've been in nightclubs where, I'll be standing next to the promoter or the owner of the bar, and working the front door, and people come, "Oh, I know so and so, who's the owner or the promoter or whatever," and they're standing right the fuck next to me.
Yeah.
And they'll jump in like, "Oh, really? Did he put you on the list?" "Oh, I should be on the list. We're good friends." And "Oh, really?"
I love that. That's literally
Yeah.
my favorite. Or like when they're like, "I know the owner," and I'm like, "Then you should call him and tell him to let you in."
Actually, I think even worse, or cringier than that, is when they come up saying they know the promoter, and actually mispronounce the promoter's name to
Yeah.
the promoter.
Yeah.
Like that's the cringiest. It's like, oh god.
They you met him, the owner of Octopus, Barrett.
Yeah, nice fella.
Yeah, amazing. Love him. Somebody he hates being called Barry about as much as I hate being called Nikki. And
Whatever you say, darling Nikki.
no.
Oh, well, I'll make sure I tell him that you stopped in.
Yeah.
Fucking
All right,
idiots.
people are like, "I know the owner," and I'm like, "Me too. He's a very nice guy."
The Karenest Karens in all of Karen land. And they can just go fuck off right off the fuck off town and go fuck
Yeah.
themselves while they're there.
Except for the one actual Karen that I know who's not like that at all.
Which is funny and probably disappointing that. She has justification to be pissed off at people calling Karen's Karen.
Her name is Karen, and
With a K?
yeah.
Oh.
But like the reason that she's not like that is because
She's not a Karen.
she's like a boss bitch. Like
Okay.
I hate to say I don't hate to say that, but like she's like, like the CEO of her own company type situation. And even though it's a small company at that, but she's
still a boss bitch.
She's still a boss bitch, and like she's not like that at all. Like she doesn't take BS from anybody, but not in like a bitchy Karen way. in
Okay.
more like I'm the boss bitch. We're gonna do it my way,
Okay. I can
not
dig
like let me speak to your manager. There's a difference, you
it.
know.
Speak to your manager. I have a coupon.
Do you know that today is Taco Tuesday
Today is Taco Tuesday
and Cinco de Mayo
and Cinco de Mayo.
in the middle of a pandemic named after a beer?
Yes. I've seen that meme
Yes.
probably about 1 million times in the past week.
I know. No, but like the next time that Cinco de Mayo is gonna fall on a Taco Tuesday won't be until 2026.
Okay.
Random.
Today's also my brother's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, it's my brother Rich. He doesn't listen to the show because he's too cool.
Oh,
Fuck him.
whatever.
Yeah, I love him, but fuck him.
It's fine.
Did you have tacos today?
I did not.
I didn't. I had a burrito, homemade.
That's fine. That counts. I bought tortillas, so when I go home tonight, I can have a burrito.
Nice.
Yeah, I won't FaceTime you at 3 o'clock in the morning. I promise.
I doubt that, but whatever. I may or may not be away. The way shit's been lately, like I didn't fall asleep this morning until like 5.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still not going to FaceTime you at 3 o'clock in the morning showing you my burrito. That's not a euphemism for our listeners.
No, it's actually not. She legitimately FaceTimed me and like ate a burrito. She was drunk and she didn't know why she was like. I think you barely remembered FaceTiming me. Like,
I remember FaceTiming you. I didn't know what time it was, though.
Yeah.
I had no concept of time.
yeah,
No concept of time.
that was a Sunday night too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
I was like still up doing payroll, and she called. She's like, you didn't even like say, hey, I'm gonna FaceTime you. Is it okay? You just fucking boom right out.
I think
You
the
just
only
kicked the
reason
fucking door open.
I think the only reason I did that is because you had responded to a message or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll respond to it like.
All right,
The-
well,
the-
is
I love you, but
Don't
like,
do that shit. I
well,
know.
No, I don't give a shit because I'll either answer or I won't. But the one thing that I fucking hate is calls on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's the only way I know how.
I hate you. That's the only way you know how to do what? Video calls?
Yeah, well, now
Oh.
we have Zoom and Duo and this and that and whatever.
Yeah,
but
okay,
this was
okay, I
this was
get
a
that.
couple months ago already.
But you just
Or
make
weeks
make regular phone calls on fucking Facebook Messenger. I hate that.
Why?
Why do I hate it? Or why do you do it? I don't know. I don't know why you do it.
No, why do you hate it?
I don't know. I just do.
Whatever. Okay.
Probably because a lot of times, especially if I'm working, I have Facebook like I have Facebook up on my computer. Like I have multiple screens right here. So I got my regular screen. I got Facebook over here. So you'll call me and my phone will be ringing. My computer will be ringing.
Sorry.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
man, what are you doing to me? You're killing me.
All
You kill me. You're sticking a fucking Sharpie in your ear. Jesus Christ. And she leaves it there.
Listen.
You just don't give any fucks tonight, do you?
Negative fucks.
This whole quarantine has made you fucking delirious. Like
Yeah.
legit fucking delirious.
Listen, the reason I wanted to come back to the studio today was 1 to get out of the house and
dig it.
and then number 2 because I can't like so my cat's not going to jump up on the computer in the middle of our podcast.
Was there a problem with that?
I mean, a little bit. He's like, meow, meow, meow. He's like, you're home. Pay attention to me. Meow, meow, meow. So he's probably in his bed sleeping by himself now.
That's when you just take a string and you take like a feather or something and you tie one end of the feather and one end to the cat's tail and just and he'll be occupied for fucking hours.
I mean, a couple weeks ago when we weren't like videoing, but I did call in. I went to take my cat for a walk.
That's cute.
Yeah, while I was on the podcast. That's the only advantage to being on the podcast at home is that I can multitask.
See, and the reason why I was surprised that you wanted to come into the studio today because it was Cinco de Drinko, and I figured you just want to get home and get hammered.
Nah,
Like I would that if
I gotta work tomorrow.
yeah, I was gonna get fucking wasted tonight if we weren't in here. I was gonna get fucking hammered.
I don't have any tequila. I have Cointreau though.
I don't drink tequila. I have Coors Light.
Okay. You don't have Corona Light?
No,
Oh, okay. I don't know.
it's made by Anheuser-Busch anyway.
I know that's what that also bothers me when people are like, Red Stripe, it's a Jamaican beer, and I'm like, it's a Jamaican style lager brewed in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
So whatever.
I mean it's tasty. I like it.
Yeah, but it's not the Jamaican style beer,
I didn't know Jamaicans had a style of beer.
and that's why I'll never be on Saturday Night Live.
True,
'Cause-
Jamaican me crazy.
I couldn't think of anything quickly enough.
Oh,
Today is Children's Day.
like Happy Children's Day, like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Children's Day.
Yes, in Japan
Oh,
and in South Korea.
oh,
They like celebrate youth.
oh. Okay, I really do support the youth in Asia.
I have a couple. Today's a bunch of holidays actually. It's like everybody got together and just made a bunch of holidays today.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, they were like, May 5th. That's a good day.
You can make Kwanzaa up. You can make anything.
Oh, you know what? Today is my little cousin's birthday.
All right. Happy birthday, little cousin.
And he was
Feliz cumpleaños.
Yeah, he was in the newspaper in 1995 because he turned 5 on May 5th, 1995. So he had like a lucky number.
Okay.
So
Your mom says now that you guys are together, you need to cook a dish together and air it.
not like I have a kitchen here.
Yeah, I mean we're in my office. We're not in my house. We're literally in an office building.
There's a there a microwave?
There's a microwave, but it doesn't do the spinny.
That's fine.
So you just got to be careful.
Oh, I made scrambled eggs in the microwave yesterday
Nice.
in a mug.
Nice. There is only one thing I cook in the microwave.
What's that?
Rice.
Why?
Because it's
This is blasphemy.
No, it comes out perfect.
Okay, how do you do that?
Generally, it's 1 part rice to 2 parts water,
Uh-huh.
which is fairly standard for, rice. Put it in a microwave safe dish with a lid, so a nice ceramic dish with a nice lid. I will nuke it for 5 minutes on high, then 15 minutes on 50% power,
Okay.
and it comes out perfect.
5 minutes on high, 15 minutes on 50% power.
Yeah. Takes about the same amount of time as cooking it on the stove,
Uh-huh.
but it frees up. I only have 4 stove burners, so
So yeah, if you got a lot of stuff going.
yeah.
That's
So
cool.
it saves a burn. I mean, it comes
you-
out like if you ate it, you probably wouldn't tell the difference.
Have you ever cooked it in the oven?
No.
Because I hear that people do that too, but I don't
Yes.
know how.
Think of it as make sushi. Think of it as a challenge.
Okay,
Um,
let me just go get my fish and
yeah.
rice and nori and makisu and knife and cutting board. I have tuna in my freezer.
Okay.
Like this video if you want me to do cooking with Cole tuna steak tonight.
Yeah. Tuna steak tacos.
Yeah, it's like actually not a bad idea. I have shrimp too.
Would that be tuna asada?
Tuna asada. Ahi asada.
I just saw something that like people would translate into French, and I think tuna was one of them. But it was like uncle, tuna, a whole bunch of words that are very, very similar.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a whole sentence of just the same sounds over and over again.
I like that.
It was weird.
I like that. I like that stuff. It's also Constitution Day.
Yeah?
If you're in, I'm gonna butcher this word, Kyrgyzstan.
Let me see it.
It's right underneath the line.
Kyrgyzstan.
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 Okay.
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, it's a former Soviet republic.
So what? Say again.
Soviet republic.
Oh, okay. I
Like
didn't.
Kazakhstan and asshole Uzbekistan.
Do you say Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan. That's a Kyrgyzstan.
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 Okay.
Like Pakistan.
It's also
Afghanistan. Kyrgyzstan.
all the other stans.
Yeah.
I forgot about the stans.
Stan Lee.
Rip. I like his mural on Bush Boulevard.
I watched Jay and Silent Bob reboot,
Uh-huh.
and he was supposed to have a cameo in it,
Aw.
but he obviously didn't live long enough to have it. But I did see the clip of Kevin Smith asking him to be in the reboot movie, and him saying yes, and them sitting there talking for a little bit. It was really cool. So check that out. Definitely check that movie out because it was fucking funny.
Do you know what mural I'm talking about on Bush Boulevard?
I do not.
There's a mural on Bush Boulevard right off of 275 that has okay, so it's got a couple of things. It has Doc from Back to the Future in his car. It has Cheech and Chong in their car. This is like graffiti, like thrown up tag
Where
style.
is this?
On the side of a building off 275 and Bush.
275 and Bush.
Oh, wait. 275? No, Nebraska. Nebraska and Bush.
Nebraska and Bush. Bush. I have to check it out.
Okay.
during the
It's
day.
huge. It's a big.
I finally found the hearse that's fenced in.
Yeah,
down-
it's
down
right.
the block from
Kind of
me.
weird.
Yeah.
And then, so this mirror also has Cheech and Chong in their car. It has Doc in the time machine. And it has Stan Lee, like, in the corner out of his car, like, hanging out his car. with a spray can to make it look like he's the one who painted it, I guess.
That's cute.
And then in the rear view mirror, it has a tiny little Spider-Man hanging from his car.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He's Jewish. Kara says her grandma turned 95 today. Happy birthday, Kara's grandma. Yeah, I'll have to check that mural out. I like street art.
Next time I see it, I'll take a picture of it and try to remember exactly where it is.
Nice.
It's Europe Day.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
European.
Yeah.
And I'm a peon. And we're all a peon.
If you're in Palestine, you get to celebrate the Feast of St. George.
Ooh. Aloha snack bar.
And Indian Arrival Day in Guyana.
Indian Arrival Day?
Yeah.
Like Casino Indians or Slurpee Indians?
I think it's Slurpee Indians.
Cleveland Indians?
No.
I love Chief Wahoo's tribe.
International Midwives Day. Shout out to the midwives.
Yeah. Word.
For helping you bring your babies into the world.
Yeah.
In Denmark and the Netherlands, it's Liberation Day.
Ooh.
And if you are in Brazil, it's
Brazil.
Lusophone Culture Day.
Lusophone culture?
I don't know.
Like Lucifer?
Community of Portuguese language countries.
Oh.
So
okay.
I guess it's pride of Portuguese speaking countries.
When I meet people who are Brazilian individually, they're the nicest people. When I meet them in large groups,
they're rowdy as
they're
fuck.
Fucking assholes.
They're rowdy as fuck.
Especially at major theme parks here in Central Florida. Maddie. Hi, Roger. Hi, Nicoliolio.
Hello.
Hi, Mom Plus. Maddie, you the man. How's everything going on down in Australia? Jessica. Hey, guys. What's up, Jessica?
Hi.
Maddie, what's the update from the land down under? Everybody good? You hanging out with your fucking multiple marsupials down there?
Multiple marsupials?
Yeah, like every animal's like a marsupial. Koala bears, marsupials.
Possums.
Kangaroos, marsupials.
Possums.
Possums are marsupials. They dot.
They what?
They dot.
Oh.
There was a bit where I think it was Kevin Pollak talking about he was doing the impression of Christopher Walken and meeting Christopher Walken, and he was like he said Walken was just talking gibberish. Like, I see these possums, and they're marsupials. They dot here and there. They're fast. They dot.
But they don't. They just play dead.
It's true.
They say super still, and they're
well,
like
they move quickly. I mean, when they're not scared, they move quickly. Oh.
It's a Martyrs Day.
It's a Martyrs Day.
In Albania.
Oh.
I'm just going down my list. Sorry. I just took over just now.
Ohio.
Patriots Victory Day in Ethiopia.
All right.
In Palau, it's Senior Citizens Day. So you got Children's Day on one end, and you got Senior Citizens Day on the other end.
Okay.
And today is also another Japanese holiday. It is Tango no Seku, which is the beginning of summer and rainy season.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
Maddie says, same shit, different day. Restrictions started easing over the weekend. That's good. The cops busted house parties. People are fucking stupid. I keep saying it, Maddie, the stupidity is more dangerous than this fucking virus. Hands fucking down. But I'm glad you're healthy down there.
Agreed.
What else? What are the holidays?
I have a couple of today in history's famous birthdays and Florida Man, which is my personal favorite.
Fire them off.
So today in history, in 1961, Alan Shepard became the first American in space. He flew a Mercury spacecraft. There was just enough room for one person. He named his capsule Freedom 7. He launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida.
Yes, he did.
Yes, so he was technically a Florida man.
Hey! But here's a fact that the state of Ohio has sent, and Kara, this is for you because you're an Ohioan. The state of Ohio has sent more more humans into space than any other state, which begs the question: what is it about the state of Ohio that makes people want to leave the fucking earth?
They have the lowest quality of life statistically.
Really?
In the U.S., yeah.
In Ohio?
Yeah.
See, now, I haven't spent too much time in Ohio. My brother-in-law is from Cincinnati, and I did take a trip once to Sandusky to Cedar Point, which was fantastic. But, I mean, Ohio wasn't very remarkable. They do have the best fucking marching band, though. I will give them hands fucking down the best damn band in the land is named so for a reason.
Best damn band in the land.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you've never seen their marching band, you should fucking Google it.
Oh,
Because the shit they do is fuck. They did a tribute to Michael Jackson where on the field they formed.
Like Ohio State?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Ohio State University.
Yeah.
They formed what looked like Michael Jackson on the field
That's
and
pretty-
made him fucking dance as their.
That's
it's
so cool.
fucking crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking badass.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man becomes the first movie to top 100 million in opening weekend in 2002.
Nice.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
I did in 2002.
I'm good with never seeing it.
Okay. In 1816, The Examiner published John Keats' first poem, which led him to become a full-time poet for the rest of his life.
Nice.
He got published and he was like, dang, I got the talent. And so he dropped everything and then he went to go be a writer for the rest of his life.
I heard a great poem the other day. Roses are gay, violets are gayer. Fuck this poem. Listen to Slayer.
Rock on. I got another Florida person
Florida
story.
person story, because you can't assume Florida person's gender.
No.
Yes. What do you
Brooke
got?
Hogan, happy birthday. Born in Tampa.
She was hot.
She's okay. She's Hulk Hogan's daughter.
Yeah.
She's also an actress and producer, which I didn't know. And she's 1 year younger than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Brooke Bolea. She's like twice as tall as you, though. Tall broad.
So happy birthday to Chris Brown. Pop singer turns 31.
Hey, all right. Isn't he the one that beat Rihanna?
Yeah, he did.
All right, cool. Yeah, fuck him.
Pop singer Adele turns 32,
I love her.
which means that we're the same age, which is weird.
Nice.
Philosopher Karl Marx. Happy birthday to him.
I prefer his brother Groucho better.
We have here, he was born in 1818 and he died in 1883.
Nice.
Happy birthday to Anne B. Davis, best known for her role as Alice Nelson on the Brady Bunch series.
I'm not related, by the way.
Oh. Well, yeah, it's a fictional character.
I know. I'm not related to Alice.
She was born in 1926 and passed away in 2014.
All right.
And happy birthday to Danielle Fishel.
Oh, yes.
You know who she is.
Topanga.
That's right. Happy birthday to Miss Topanga, born in 1981.
My first love. Well, one of my first loves.
A lot of people's first love.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear some Florida Man stories? I brought photos today.
Oh, shit. Florida man me.
Florida Man, check out this photo.
Almost looked like John Daly when I was upside down. What the fucking toothless meth motherfucker is that? What in the Tiger King is that?
Fugitive Florida Man on bike hoped hideous blonde wig disguise would help him evade deputies, police say.
Now, as he was going away, he was like, nah, you'll never catch me, copper. Nah.
Probably. A Florida man wanted on drug charges.
No shit.
Surprise. Didn't quite prove himself as the master of deception when he was arrested last week in a hideous blonde wig. Hideous in quotes.
Like who the fuck judge that? Was it the fashion police arrested him for wearing a hideous... Oh my God, he wore white after Labor Day.
Hideous blonde wig while trying to peddle his way past police captures, authorities said. Robert Bobby Walls was busted on his bicycle as he tried to ride through the perimeter police had set up around his residence where he was staying. In Brevard County Sheriff Office
Is
said...
that Broward or Brevard?
Brevard.
Okay.
Said, except for the long blonde hair, the man riding away matched Wall's description. Not easily fooled, agents determined it was Walls in disguise and took him into custody. Walls later told deputy that he knew he was wanted and had used the wig as a disguise to elude the officers, the sheriff said. Robert Bobby Walls was arrested without incident after police saw through his hideous wig. They keep highlighting the fact that it was hideous.
Again, the fucking fashion police.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Listen, Steven Saras, the writer of this article, it was just hideous.
It was hideous. Oh my God.
It was
I just
hideous.
couldn't. Oh, what the fuck?
I wonder if somebody else had called it ratchet. I wonder if that word was turned down by the publication, by Fox News.
You know what a ratchet is?
It's a wrench.
That's bigger than a mouse shit.
What?
A ratchet. It's bigger than a mouse shit.
Oh, ratchet.
Anyway.
The arrest was part of a significant drug investigation that was led to arrest warrants for over 100 suspects, the sheriff office said. Walls faced several charges, including conspiracy to possess controlled substances, solicitation to sell controlled substances, and unlawful use of a two-way device.
Oh.
So here's a moral of the story, said the sheriff to the sheriff's
Don't
office.
wear a hideous wig.
Don't sell drugs, and you won't have to worry about going to jail. Duh. Don't try to hide from law enforcement if you have a warrant. And above all else, do not wear a hideous wig while trying to run from the popo on bicycles. Yes, those are the words.
Who's the one that said that?
Sheriff's office.
What was his rank? Did it say who it was? Did you give a rank?
No, just said
It's
the
probably
sheriff.
captain.
No.
Like Captain fucking Obvious.
He says, I just like the word that they used hideous wigs like 4 times in this article. And then at the end, it says, come on, have a little dignity, the sheriff's office added. That was on Fox News. Thank you very much. I have 2 more Florida man stories. Have you ever I know that you don't ever want to get a DUI, but what about an LUI?
Luging while intoxicated?
This is the title of the article, okay? Fuck it, I'm drunk. Take me to jail. Florida man crashes lawnmower into police car.
Lawn mowing while intoxicated. Okay. I mean, I still think that would be DUI because you're driving the fucking lawnmower. What was it? Was it a push mower or was it a ride-on mower?
It was a ride-on mower.
Okay, so that's still driving while intoxicated.
Haines City, police officers have to worry about people driving under the influence or boating under the influence, but now they have to look out for those lawn mowing under the influence. On May 5th, 2019, last year was a wild day in Florida. All these stories are from exactly 1 year ago.
Holy shit.
One Florida man was charged with a DUI, or in his case, an LUI, after he allegedly drove his lawnmower into a police car while drunk. According to Haines City Police, an officer handling another incident inside the local business in Haines City, Central Florida, heard a loud noise from outside the store. When the officer went outside, he found Gary Anderson, 68, behind the wheel of a lawnmower and near the officer's parked police car, which had minor damages to the bumper. Haines City Police said Anderson admitted to hitting the car, and he told the officers on the scene, "Fuck it, I'm drunk, take me to jail." It's the exact opposite of trying to run away from the cops.
That's the fucking way to be.
Police affidavit said Anderson's behavior shifted from being angry to joking multiple times, and he had bloodshot eyes. After he failed to complete any of the field sobriety tests, Anderson was arrested and charged for driving under the influence. Officers said Anderson agreed to take a breath test at the police department, but failed to provide an accurate sample because he tried to deceive the test. Oh.
Whoever wrote that article was writing under the influence, said
Yeah.
Maddie.
Anderson then began claiming police poisoned him, and he was transported to a local hospital where he was able to complete the breath test. His BAC came back as .241, 3 times the legal limit. They also found cocaine in Anderson's system.
All right.
Anderson was also charged with refusal to submit to a DUI test with his license suspended. He remains in custody at the Polk County Sheriff's Office on a $3,000 bond. I don't know, this has probably changed. This was from a year ago. Police ran a criminal background check on Anderson and found his license had been suspended since 1978, wherein he was convicted for a DUI 2 other times. I'm proud of the professional demeanor our officers showed when dealing with this heavily intoxicated, belligerent offender, said Haines City Police Chief Jim Elensky. It's never a good idea to get behind the wheel drunk, even if that wheel is to a Craftsman, Macy Ferguson, or John Deere. Anderson's lawnmower was towed.
Was it a frog? Oh, no, it was a toad.
Toad.
I know. That's funny.
And my last Florida man story is for you, because I feel like this could be you.
A lot of these could be me.
Okay, this isn't you, but victory for Florida man.
Okay.
In this case.
All right.
Florida man arrested for refusing to remove "I eat ass" sticker from his truck.
Oh, yeah, I remember this guy.
Gets charges dropped.
Yep.
So, Florida man who was arrested earlier this week for refusing to remove a vulgar sticker from his pickup truck has had his charges dropped. Dylan Shane Webb, age 23, of Lake City, Florida, was charged with a misdemeanor counts of possession of obscene material and resisting arrest without violence over an altercation with police on Highway 90 on Sunday. At around 5:50 p.m. on May 5th, a deputy from the Columbia County Sheriff's Office confronted Webb about a sticker on the rear window of his Chevy truck that read "I eat ass." Assistant State Attorney John Foster Durrett sent a letter to Columbia County Sheriff's Office on Thursday announcing that charges against Webb had been dropped, and the crude sticker was protected under the First Amendment. Having evaluated the evidence through the prism of Supreme Court precedent, it is determined that the defendant has a valid defense to be raised under the First Amendment of our United States Constitution. Given such a jury would not convict of these facts, we already know the story. So, he was released, his charges were dropped, and now he is suing the Columbia County Sheriff's Office because he was violated his First Amendment right.
And the entire stop, the video from it is available.
Oh, really?
So, yep, you can watch the entire video of it. And he's got a older body style pickup, and right across the back window says "I eat ass."
Mm-hmm.
And the cop pulled him over, told him it was inappropriate, was going to let him go if he peeled one of the letters off.
Yes, that's correct.
And he said, he's like, no. He's like, freedom of speech. So the cop fucking took him, towed his truck, and it's just, a fucked up deal. And listening, like the cop didn't even know what to charge him. He's like talking to another cop, trying to figure out what he should charge him with. And like he should have fucking known it was a useless fucking, just because his moral values found offense to it. And that's really what it came down to.
Yeah.
Because his thing was, if one of my kids sees that, how am I going to explain that to the kid?
You're going to explain to them that the First Amendment is available to everybody who's a United States citizen.
So you just tell them, I don't know what that means. And then your kids look it up on the internet and realize that they're fucking cooler than you are because they were able to look up "I eat ass" and you wouldn't tell them.
Yeah, there you go.
So
I'm just, I feel like this is, I want to meet this person.
Isn't that one of Tiger King's husbands?
It could be.
Like legit.
It could be. But he's from Oklahoma, not from Florida.
Okay.
I guess it could be.
What's the difference?
We got better weather.
True.
Oh, this is Mr. Anderson who was arrested while riding a lawnmower. I told you I brought photos today.
Nice. Yeah, Jesus Christ. He looks like creepy Uncle Touchy.
Yeah, I couldn't find any images other than the thing for the last story that said, I couldn't find anything other than the paper that said that the charges were dropped, which is,
okay.
I don't want to bring out a printout of a piece of paper.
Yeah.
That's lame. I wanted actual footage of I Ate Ass Man.
Oh, we can get that.
I will later. I'll find it later.
Yeah. So I do have a bit of an announcement to make. This coming Sunday at 8:00 p.m., there will be a special edition broadcast of the FUBAR Weekly Show.
What?
It will not be a traditional, typical FUBAR show. We're going to be having some comedians from all over this great nation coming on and telling the dirtiest joke ever. Everyone is going to tell their own version of the Aristocrats. If you don't know what the Aristocrats is, you can either Google it or you can wait till Sunday to find out. But it is the dirtiest joke ever told. So popular that there was a documentary on it written by or produced by Paul Provenza and Mr. Penn Jillette of Penn and Teller. Regarding this, it's a documentary about this joke. Now, what I will say is, it is very dirty, but it's funny. It's fucking hilarious. If you happen to have kids, don't let them see it, nor should you search for a movie called The Aristocrats and let them watch it. You're looking for The Aristocats. Different movie. Very different. Very, very different. But we got a whole bunch of comedians. Let me take a look at the roster as of right now. It's funny. One of the comedians I was going to have do was John Jacobs. He got back to me and said that he's performing clean now.
What?
Yeah, it's whatever. I just look at it as typical fucking Tampa comedian bullshit. Whatever. What the fuck ever. What the fuck ever. So we have Emily Santosis, Jan Brenner. Waiting to hear back from that one. Jessica Stern and Justin McDonald. And possibly Terry McNeely. Waiting to hear back from Terry. Don't know if he saw
Are you going to do this via Zoom or how are you doing
We
it?
are going to be doing this via Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah. Kyle Baker looked at the message and didn't answer.
What time will this be on Sunday?
This will be 8 p.m. Sunday. It'll be live on the FUBAR Weekly channel. Nicole didn't want to be on. She wanted to be on it.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I looked with a joke and I was like, I can't come up with anything better.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could, but I don't want to do it.
Well, you don't have to tell the joke.
Why not? Isn't that the whole point?
Oh, no. You're part of FUBAR.
Okay.
But it'll probably be a pain in the ass having you remote in, me remote in, and then the comedians remote in.
How many people can you have on the screen at once?
Oh, I can have a shitload. I think
Oh,
I
really?
can have like up to 100.
What?
Yeah.
I don't want
I
that.
can have meetings up to 100 people.
That's wild.
Yeah, but then it gets like everybody gets smaller every time. and,
Right. Okay.
Like I just wanted to keep it to two screens, split screen.
Gotcha.
So
I'm going to be performing on the internet on
when?
Friday, May 8th.
Doing what?
Go-go dancing.
Nice.
Miss Maven
Misbehaving.
Miss Maven Misbehavin'. She's producing an online show, and
Nice.
she is it's going to be live on her Instagram. If you're not following Miss Maven Misbehavin', find her on the Instagrams and follow her, because Friday, May 8th, starting at 9 p.m., going until like 1:30 in the morning, we will be dancing. So
Nice.
it's going to be Maven, K2, Misty Rose, who we all know, Zia Zandia, Danger Spice, Dane,
Yep.
who is new to Instagram. So follow him as well.
Yeah, saw that.
Yeah, he's brand new to Instagram. He's
Welcome to 2020.
welcome to social media
Yeah.
in general. So yeah. So So K2, Dane, me, Misty, Zia, Maven, and a bunch of other people. Oh, Johnny Sparks is going to be on
Where can we see this?
on Maven Misbehavin's Instagram.
Okay.
Live.
Nice.
Live. Coming at you from our living rooms.
Yeah. So you can do it like a Zoom?
No, on Instagram you can have like
Oh.
dual screens.
Ah.
Same concept.
Nice.
You can people can like request to be on your live feed,
Nice.
which is really awkward when I'm going live and I have random people who I've never met before requesting to be live on my feed. I delete them right away.
They're the same ones that'll just like randomly call you on Facebook Messenger.
That's not cool. That's the what do you call it? The fast track to being blocked. Especially when I don't know you and you keep calling and keep calling, and I'm just like, go away. You're
Like,
a creep.
The past couple days, I know like if I'm on Facebook, I've been getting a fuckload of ads. Like every fourth post that I scroll through on the timeline will be a fucking ad.
I think that's normal. Because I see a lot of ads on Facebook and on Instagram.
It's been a lot fucking more lately. A lot. And like random weird shit. I can assure you, because Facebook's not even watching this because they fucking banned us. But I can assure you, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, you fucking douche. If I see an ad on Facebook, I can guarantee you I will not buy that product.
Just flag all of them as inappropriate.
I
Doesn't
do.
matter if they are
I
or
do.
not. Okay, good.
I either offensive or sexual content.
Yeah. I flag them all. I'm like, drug use, sexual content, offensive, harassment. Block
It
them.
offends my religion.
All of the things. All of the things.
Maddie says, I have no idea, but I'm looking forward to Sunday, hopefully watching us tell this dirty joke. What it's going to be is each of these comedians are going to come on and tell their version of the joke. Now, you can check out the documentary. It's called The Aristocrats. It's streaming free on Tubi. You just got to watch it with commercials, and you'll learn about it. But one of the, I already apologized for that, Nicole Iolio. It was a butt dial. I swear the fact that it happened 32 times is irrelevant. Maddie, he's talking about the people wanting to be.
Oh, okay.
He's being silly.
No.
But, check it out. But one of the unique things about that joke is right after September 11th, 2001, it was the roast of, who the fuck was it the roast of? Was it Hugh Hefner? I think it may have been the roast of Hefner. Gilbert Gottfried started telling jokes, September 11th jokes. This is like 2 weeks after. And he started telling jokes about it, and he was starting to bomb. So he switched gears, went into this Aristocrats joke, and told probably the most beautiful version of it. And
Do you say it's Pauly Shore? Who is that? Oh,
Gilbert
Godfrey.
Gottfried.
Sorry,
don't get the two confused.
I get the two confused.
Don't get the two confused. That's offensive and shit.
I like Pauly Shore.
You're the only one.
I like his show.
I
new
liked
show.
him back in the day.
I like
appreciate
him
what
better
he did.
now. I like him better
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah. What else is popping and locking?
he calls me Nicolio.
Yeah, he does. Because I do.
That's like one of the. I don't think you didn't hear that from somebody else, right? You just made that up, right?
I didn't necessarily make it up. It's actually Jungle Love by Morris Day and the Time. My Jungle Love. Oh.
So my friend Chris, who is my oldest friend, who I've known since I was a wee one,
Okay.
he has been calling me Nicolio for literally as long as I can remember.
Now, I'm going to let you in on a little nugget of my life. When I was 5 years old, I fell on a piece of playground equipment, and my femur exploded. Femur is the bone that runs between your knee and your hip. It's the hardest bone in the body to break. It's the biggest bone in the human body. And I had a cyst on the bone, so I fell off the piece of playground equipment, and the fucking cyst exploded. The bone exploded. So I was in the hospital for I forget how long, but I had a stuffed monkey, a stuffed animal monkey. I was 5 years old. The monkey's name was Monkey Unky Unkyo.
I like that.
And I think I still have it somewhere.
Monkey Unky Unkyo.
Monkey Unky Unkyo.
That's cute. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, he says he heard it from me. Yeah, because that's what I call it. Nicolio Leo.
Yeah.
My Jungle Love.
Shout out to Chris
Oh,
Agri, who's
yeah.
not listening, probably.
All right.
So he
So-
does occasionally. He has like once.
Nice.
So I've known him since I was like 7 months old or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So literally my oldest friend. So he's
That's
married to a girl with blue hair in New York who's an artist.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm guessing not natural blue hair.
Who knows? She might be a fairy.
Or she could be an alien. Apparently UFOs are real.
Which
UFOs are real, by the way.
UFOs are real, especially if you don't know what it is. It's literally
No shit.
what it is.
But people are stupid. They'll hear UFO and automatically think it's an alien space. If I look up in the sky and I see something flying and I don't know what it is, that is an unidentified flying object. It's unidentified because I don't know what it is, and it's a flying object.
Now, is it rocket ship or is it space shuttle?
Space shuttle is a specific piece of space equipment.
How's it different from a rocket ship?
A space shuttle is not a rocket ship. It is part of an entire vehicle that includes rockets.
Okay.
So a space shuttle includes the Space Shuttle Orbiter, which is the thing that looks kind of like an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 3 engines on the back. Then there is the center of the stack, which is the external fuel tank, which holds a hydrogen tank and an oxygen tank to fuel the 3 engines, SSMEs, Space Shuttle main engines, on the, I think they're the RS-23 engines, on the back of the Space Shuttle. And there are 2 SRB solid rocket boosters that are attached to the external fuel tank. The external fuel tank is the orange-colored thing in the middle. The SRBs are the 2 white things, and then that's the whole stack of those 4 pieces. The solid rocket boosters, once you light them, you can't turn them off.
Mm-hmm.
They lit and they go. I don't throw that over there. The engines on the space shuttle, they can adjust. So it's not a rocket ship. It's like, you think rocket ship, you're thinking like the Saturn V that took the astronauts to the moon. That's a rocket ship. It's like one piece, and like, to me, that's a rocket ship. Although, I mean, I guess the whole space shuttle stack you can call a rocket ship.
Okay.
I love the space program.
So you already knew about Alan Shepard then?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, fine then. I just
Actually, what I wanted to tail on to that is, if you have the opportunity, you've never seen the movie The Right Stuff, definitely watch it.
Okay.
Kara, I will help you find that. Just remind me later, because I won't remember, because I'm stupid. But yeah, if you've never seen the movie The Right Stuff, definitely watch it. It is fucking amazing. Great movie, very well done.
Where can I find
Actually,
it?
you can find. I don't know who's got it streaming now. You can rent it. You can buy it. There's actually a funny thing with the actors and the astronauts. I gotta pull up the cast so I can. Another fun fact about the movie The Right Stuff: Anthony Munoz, who's considered one of the greatest offensive linemen of all time, is featured in the movie. He has a little cameo role. Right Stuff film. So, cast. Okay, so I got to get this right. So Sam Shepard played Chuck Yeager. Scott Glenn played astronaut Alan Shepard. And Ed Harris played astronaut John Glenn. You want me to repeat that?
Yes.
Sam Shepard played Chuck Yeager, test pilot.
Okay.
Scott Glenn played Alan Shepard, astronaut.
Okay.
Ed Harris played John Glenn, the astronaut.
Okay.
So you had an actor named Shepard and an actor named Glenn. You had an astronaut named Shepard and an astronaut named Glenn. And Glenn didn't play Glenn, and Shepard didn't play Shepard.
Oh, you have the right.
But it's just, I always found that funny. Now, Chuck Yeager, speaking of astronauts, and he is considered one of the greatest test pilots of all time and did not go into space.
Why not?
Because he didn't have a college degree.
That's dumb.
Greatest pilot of all time, because he didn't have a degree, he wasn't allowed into the space program. Well, the astronauts they picked, the Mercury 7, they picked them specifically because not only were they highly skilled test pilots, but they were also kind of the embodiment of the perfect American to, you know, as a role model. They were family men. I think they were all married. I think most of them had kids. They were all college educated. They were all military, like you think like true American man back in the 1950s. That's what they picked, and that's why they wanted they wanted college degree. They had to meet incredible physical ridiculous physical standards. So it's definitely cool. Why is he offensive though? And what is a lineman? Oh, I got to explain football to the Aussie. Okay. So take rugby, because I know you guys like rugby down there, and take soccer, and take all the manly shit from rugby and none of the shit from soccer or football, as you guys call it. None of that shit except for the fact that the field is made out of grass. A lineman plays on the line, and an offensive lineman plays on the offensive side of the ball, the one with the ball that's trying to score, get it past the line. Offensive lineman's job is we have two jobs. One is to protect the quarterback. That's our number one priority. Or secondary is protect the ball carrier. And third is to open up space for the ball to be run through. So those are our three primary jobs. I played offensive line for 20 years. That was my position up until 2013. I was an offensive tackle. Same position as Anthony Munoz. He was like one of my heroes when I was a kid. He was good.
I can imagine you tackling somebody easily.
Except an offensive tackle doesn't tackle.
Really?
Yep. Funniest fucking thing.
Why?
It's soccer. How dare you assume what we call it? Dude, you call shrimp prawns. You call biscuits scones. I'm sorry, scone. You call cookies biscuits. Toilets flush the wrong way.
Maddie, tell me about lemonade.
Wait, what?
I want Maddie to tell me about lemonade. Tell me about lemonade in Australia.
Okay, Maddie, you tell her about lemonade, and I'm going to draw something out for you.
I want to know about lemonade as you know it. Please tell me about lemonade.
Let's find out. I'm gonna draw out. I'm gonna show you, Maddie. We're gonna teach you. Where's that Sharpie?
I put it back.
Okay.
I heard the lemonade's different around the world.
Why are you smirking at this?
I don't know, because I want to know about lemonade. He's the only person I know in Australia right now.
I'm worried.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just worried.
Well, okay. Like, what do you think lemonade is?
Milk, lemonade, round the corner fudge is made? I don't know.
No, like legit lemonade.
Juice from a lemon, water, sugar.
And it's a beverage you drink, right?
Yes.
Okay. Maddie, tell me about lemonade.
I'm afraid.
I heard that in other parts of the world, lemonade and Sprite are basically the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's like a lemon lime fizzy beverage.
Huh.
So most people around the world don't understand the concept of if life gives you lemon, make lemonades.
Okay.
Because to them, it's like if life gives you lemon, make Sprite.
Lemonade, it's lemon juice, water, and like 3 buckets of sugar. That's about right. You will make
Okay.
it. You will make it in the South, Maddie. When you finally come here, you will make it in the South.
Okay, but in like Japan and some other parts of the world, that like that's what I said. I'm gonna look it up now because I know
Okay.
that I'm not too crazy. Lemonade insurance. I typed in lemonade and lemonade mouth, lemonade recipe, lemonade braids, lemonade mouth cast, lemonade insurance, lemonade by Beyonce, lemonade lyrics, lemonade stand, lemonade truly, lemonade health. That's not what I was looking for. I just liked the results that popped up.
Okay.
Around the world, around the world. Be mindful, world travelers, when you order a glass of lemonade, it can mean different things in different parts of the world. It all started with limonade in France. It was simply water with some pure lemon juice added for a spritz of flavor. The French edition of aide, ADE, adds action or process to a noun. When you're using something that blocks, it's a blockade. So using lemons in your drink is naturally lemonade. I didn't know the history of that.
Nice.
Parts of England, Australia, and a few more countries, lemonade could refer to any sort of lemon lime soda similar to Sprite or 7-Up brands. The American style lemonade, which is a mix of water, lemon juice, and a whole lot of sugar, may be called cloudy lemonade in Europe, but it would be very difficult to find in a store. In India and Pakistan, where fruit punch originated, lemonade would be called nimbu pani,
Okay.
but it might also add some salt or ginger to the ingredients. If you ever go to a Vietnamese or Filipino place, don't ever order salty lemonade. You will be very disappointed.
Okay.
It's nasty tasting.
I'll take your word for it.
Originally, pink lemonade was a drink of Native Americans made from red sumac berries and sweetened with maple syrup. However, due to the cost cutting of manufacturing, pink lemonade has devolved into regular lemonade with the addition of red food coloring.
Nice.
In a lot of parts of the world, lemonade is basically Sprite.
Okay. Maddie says it's also the nickname of the guy who sold him his Harley. His last name is AIDS, A-D-E-S, so he's been called Lemon his whole life. Lemonades. All right. So Maddie, here you go. You're gonna get a quick lesson on football positioning. So here we go. Actually, I'm gonna have to change to OBS for this. Okay, good. So this is the offensive side. All these circles, and you can see this line here dividing the two. So the circles. What?
You're not making noise.
You can hear me. All right, so
Okay.
come a little closer so you can see. Okay, so this is the offensive side. The center is marked with the X. That's where the ball starts at the beginning of a play. So you got center, guard on each side of him. Outside the guard, you got tackle. Then over here, you got a tight end, you got a wing back, you got the quarterback is colored in, you got a running back, receiver. Now on the defensive side, you got starting at the beginning. This is like a four-man front, 4-4 type defense. You got 2 tackles in the middle. You got an end on each side of the line. You got linebacker, cornerback, who are the defenders that cover the receivers, and then you got 1 safety in the back. So the tackles, who are here and here, they are the outside line of defense to what's actually the second man in right here. So here and here are the 2 tackles. Their primary job is to contain the outsides and not let anybody get to the quarterback, especially on a passing play, because the quarterback's going to drop off. These guys are going to try and come around, so they got to kind of slide back and pass block them out. So I don't know why they're called tackles. Nobody fucking knows it. Like I said, 20 years, played at the college level, played at the semi-pro level. No one knows why offensive tackles are called tackles, because we don't fucking tackle. We block. That's our job. We're blockers. We're hole openers. We work the hardest, we're known the least, but who cares, for we are the reason. Yeah. We protect the blind, I protect the blind side. Because I was a left offensive tackle. Right-handed quarterbacks. As they drop back, they turn, so their back is to the thing as they're going to throw. So the line's here, back, guys coming. Left tackle's got the most important job. Cover the corners.
I learned something new today.
Yeah, see?
I only know about soccer.
You know what we call soccer players?
What?
Lawn fairies.
Shut up.
I mean, it sounded better than kick fags.
I'm a lady and I play soccer.
Okay.
I guess I could be a fairy. Not that kind of fairy.
So you're a woman that plays soccer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
And men that play soccer are women who play soccer. I don't know. Anytime I'm watching a soccer match and like somebody just like brushes up against somebody and they fall down and cry.
I had this weird dream once that I was at, you know, like the fair or whatever. They have the game, the basketball game. You like get as many in as you can in 5 minutes or whatever it is. So I had this dream that I was at the fair.
1 second, Maddie.
I was at this dream. I had this dream that I was playing the basketball game, and the lady who was running the game at the fair or wherever I was like yelling at me like that I was traveling without dribbling, and that I should have done this, and then she was getting really intense
What
about
an
it.
asshole.
Yeah, right. And then I woke up and I'm like, why did I dream that? And then K2 was in the dream, but she was like videotaping me, and this song, like Big Booty Hose or whatever that song is, was playing. It was very weird. It was a very strange
Like
dream.
ass, titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, ass and titties.
See,
Big
Maddie says that
booty
if you
bitch.
go to McDee's and you order lemonade, you're gonna get Sprite.
Huh, weird.
So
They look offensive. I'm offended. So does the receiver take the end? The receivers will be the typically the furthest person out will be designated as a receivers, plus the last person on the end of the line, on the interior line, can be designated as a receiver. There's a whole lot of really fucking fine rules as you get there, but there is a big difference between a tight end and a wide receiver. It usually takes a little bit of time and a little bit of KY. Butt stuff joke. Nicole's sitting there trying to keep a straight face.
I was gonna tell you a joke about anal, but fuck it.
If you're going to tell a gay guy, if it was going to make it be a gay joke, you shouldn't do that. It's not funny. Come on, guys. That was a long way to get there. Bob Nelson, one of the first comedians I ever remember seeing in my life, used to do a football bit, and it was making fun of players being introduced at some college all-star game. And he comes out and he's like, Bruce Koski, San Francisco University, tight end. Next year, I hope to be a wide receiver. This is back in the 80s when you can get away with that kind of humor. Maddie says he's seen your wings. Really? I want to know.
I drink a lot of Red Bull.
Oh, it gives you wings.
Yeah. Also, they were in my video, or in our FUBAR video last week. They were behind me hanging on the wall.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which I noticed today that they're like falling apart. I don't know if there's like moths in my house or what. It was kind of weird.
What are they made of?
Pantyhose, basically.
Yeah, that deteriorates over time anyway.
Yeah. It was like very, very thin in some parts, and I'm like, what is happening? My wings.
Yeah, they just the nylon fibers will pop and
So
dry.
sad.
They basically dry rot. Like
Yeah.
tires.
They have paint on them too, so.
So the other announcement type thing I do have is some people were made aware of that Corvette I was looking to buy. I am not going to buy it. I'm not going to make the trade. I'm going to keep my Jeep.
Can I use your anti-bac?
Yeah, hell yeah. Matt says he would make a pussy joke, but he doubts I would get it. I might get it. Depends. I mean, $50 can buy you a lot these days.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I needed lubrication to put my ring back on.
Okay. I'm glad I could lubricate you. You're welcome. What else you got going on?
That's it.
Nice.
That's it. I don't know. I'm still working in the kitchen at perfect time and serving people
Nice.
food and cooking. And they came up to me yesterday and they were like, "Hey, do you know how to cook?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You're gonna show us one day." And I was like, "Okay." So like maybe there's a future for me there.
You never know.
Yeah. So I think I'm probably gonna stay with that company for a bit because I like them.
And you said it's you know you've known the owners for a while, right?
Yeah, it's the same
Okay.
owners at Acropolis,
Okay.
which reopened on Monday yesterday
Nice.
at their South Tampa and New Tampa location with social distancing rules in place and
Nice.
doing a bunch of other stuff.
Oh,
So
speaking of restaurants, that's what I want to talk about. And this is not a sponsored thing. There is a place in Riverview. This is here in Florida, so if you're not in Florida, you can just listen and enjoy. But in Riverview off of 301 in Sims, there's a place called the Taste of the Fair. And basically, they're the Carney folk, which they spend their winters here in Florida, in Central Florida. You just burped.
I did.
I heard it.
I tried not to.
That's all right. It was cute. So the Carney folk spend their winters in Gibsonton, which is right near Riverview. And there's a really busy intersection, and I guess they got permission to set up some food trucks, some of the fair food trucks, on this plot of land right on the corner. And they're fucking busy as fuck, selling fair food to go. You know, people pull up, order, contactless, well, not contactless, but, social distancing, drive-through type stuff. And it's like all fair food, like corn dogs. We got dinner Saturday or Sunday. Can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday night. We decided to do this for dinner. So got a little bit of everything. So we got corn dogs. We got a bacon cheeseburger on a donut.
Did you have macaroni and cheese on it?
No, but I got bacon macaroni and cheese, bacon cheese bratwurst, cotton candy, and like the good fair cotton candy where they got like 3 balls of it in the bag. They called it street corn. It was like elote, the Mexican corn, but instead of being on a cob, they just did it. I guess it was canned corn. So I was kind of disappointed at that. It tasted good, but you could tell the corn was not the best quality.
Gotcha.
It was, fucking canned corn. That's
I like
what
the
it tasted
Mexican street corn a lot.
Oh, fuck yeah. Mayo and cheese and chili powder. It's good.
Give me that.
But that was okay. The mac and cheese was okay. Funnel cake, like you get funnel cakes and shit. It's all like legit, authentic, fair carnival food.
Do you know what I ate when I went to the fair and I had never had it before? Well, let me rephrase that. I'd had it, but in the traditional sense, I never had it like fair style.
Deep fried Oreos.
Ew, no.
Deep fried Snickers. Deep fried butter. Deep fried bacon.
All of the no.
Okay.
I don't like deep fried food so much. I know.
You can deep fry a flip flop; it'll taste delicious.
No, I had shrimp and grits, but
Okay.
it was on a bed of French fries.
Wait, so what do they scoop the grits onto the French fries?
Yeah, it was like
That's
it
weird.
was like in a bowl,
That's weird.
and they have a bed of French fries on the bottom, and then they put the shrimp and grits on top, and it had bacon and jalapenos on it. Oh my god! And then when I didn't know that it was gonna come with French fries, and then once I
That's weird.
scooped
Where
in
the fuck did you get that from
the fair. The fair is like the best place to get the smash up of all the foods. That's why I asked.
So this wasn't recent.
It was at the fair. It was at the state fair, like 2 months ago.
Okay.
But I would eat that again in a heartbeat because I like shrimp and grits and I like jalapenos and bacon and fries too, especially all
Nice.
together. And I like it. I'm weird. I like the fact that the grits made the fries kind of soggy. That was cool.
Okay.
That was cool to me.
Okay, I can get it. But this place was fucking, and it's such a, because these people aren't working otherwise. All the carnivals and
Right.
fairs nationwide are shut down. So what better thing to do than set up the fucking food trucks? And they are fucking. They got a pizza. We didn't get any pizza, but they got they got a pizza booth. They got the fried stuff, the smoke. Oh, a turkey leg. Got a big turkey leg.
Those are great.
Oh god, it was good.
Do you know that because of the fairs and like the old timey fairs in Gibsonton and Sarasota, that's why you have to buy a parking pass for your elephant?
Wait, what?
You have to buy a parking pass for your elephant.
I don't have an elephant.
Well, if you did, you'd have to buy a parking pass.
Elephant, elephant, sitting in a cage, but that's irrelevant. The Evelyn that the where my have you seen my sister Evelyn? You know the song. They have a song called Elephant, and it's singing about their elephant.
Do you know
Maddie,
that?
what are grits? I had it the other night. I have no clue what it is. The best way for me to translate it. Do you guys have cornmeal in Australia? Is cornmeal a thing there? We'll go from there. We'll start it with cornmeal, and we'll go from there.
You know this? Have you heard the song "This Is America" by Childish Gambino, aka Danny Glover?
I can tell you with 100% certainty, no.
Okay, well, I have all these idea that I want Weird Al Yankovic to make covers of songs, and I want him to say "This is adulting" instead of "This is America." Because the song by Childish Gambino is like "This is America," and he like raps a bunch of stuff. "This is America," and I want Weird Al to be like "This is adulting." This is adulting. And I even started thinking, the reason I started thinking about it is because I got so bored in my house the other day that I found my label maker, and then I labeled stuff in my house even though I live alone.
See, here's why I probably have never heard that song before, by the way. The Childish Gambino song.
Yes.
Because where I grew up was heavily influenced by the Gambino crime family, which he takes his name from, and I just can't take the fucking guy seriously. Like
he actually got his name from a random name generator.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. That's dumb as fuck. Okay, Maddie has no idea what that is. Okay, I'm sure you know what corn is. Grits are processed dried kernel corn. They basically grind it down into a very coarse flour, if you will. So it's literally gritty when it's dry, and when you cook it up, it gets soft. And it's a porridge, kind of like oatmeal or farina, barley, but it's polenta. But polenta is actually corn, isn't it?
So is grits.
Yeah.
It's like polenta, but broken down.
Sort of. It actually has they use a lye, a base. Base nowadays they use like baking soda to accomplish. But anyway, so think like they take the corn, they dry the kernels out, they grind it down into a very coarse flour. They mix it with some stuff, and you end up with grits. And when you cook it down into a porridge, and there are different ways you can eat them. Breakfast grits are typically made with milk or water. You can add a little bit of salt. You can add some sweetness to it. I like mine with a little bit of maple.
If in Australia they have not shredded wheat, cream of wheat, it's very similar to cream of wheat, but made of corn.
Yeah. So, and you cook it down, you cook it slow, and it's creamy. It's got texture. There's a lot of flavor, a lot of nutrients. But when you cook the grits for shrimp and grits, typically you'll have bacon and cheddar cheese in there. And it's just fucking delicious.
But I'd also like to say that some people eat it for breakfast, and they have it sweet with like syrup or jelly mixed in or whatever. Yep. So just so he knows too.
I like mine. High will eat it Southern style.
Oh, okay.
So she probably won't put anything sweet in it. Maybe a little touch of brown sugar or honey, maybe.
Okay.
But she won't sweeten it up too much.
Where can I get shrimp and grits when I leave here?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Hold up. Did you just call oatmeal porridge? Can you please tell Hi it's the same thing? Culinarily, it is. When you cook a grain in liquid and make a cereal grain, and that is oatmeal is porridge. We argue on that point a lot. She makes fun of me for calling it porridge. It is porridge. It's a porridge. Porridge is when you cook a grain in liquid.
It's the same.
Yeah. But porridge isn't a term typically used in the United States. So that's probably where it's coming from. Just like we don't use the fucking word scone or prawn. I love you, Maddie. I love fucking messing with them. So that's what grits are, and they're cooked down and they're delicious. So you get like a creamy, with the cheese and the bacon. It's just so good. But yeah, there's the only place you can get, actually the only place you can probably get shrimp and grits right now is if you find a fucking store that's open at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night that sells shrimp and grits and cheese and bacon and butter. Then you might have a chance of going home and cooking it yourself.
I guess I'm going to go to Walmart and get some grits then, because I have shrimp in my freezer.
There you go. You need mix your cheddar cheese, bacon.
I have provolone and Munster, so I think I'll just do that.
Okay, those will work.
Yeah, provolone, Munster. I have butter, because I always have butter, because butter.
You're shying away from saying that you're going to eat bacon, though.
I don't have any bacon. I don't want to buy bacon. I had a pack of bacon because I wanted to make
Go
stuff.
into the aisle with the salad dressings and get the Hormel bacon pieces.
I like bacon bits. It's bacon.
The fuck is that?
It's not bacon. It's like faking bacon.
Why the fuck would you do that? That tastes like lies and sadness.
Listen, because I can eat a handful of it and not feel bad. Literally.
I can eat a handful of bacon and not feel bad.
No, I bought some bacon for a recipe like a couple of weeks ago, and then I didn't end up making that recipe, so I was just like randomly eating like 1 or 2 strips of bacon at a time and putting them in my breakfast burrito because I freaking love breakfast food, including breakfast burritos at any time of the day. Any time of the day.
That's simply because you're wrong. Look, man, you live in a penile colony, or a former penile colony.
Do you have cornbread in Australia? I think that's what he was saying.
No. Well, you got to get back. No. He said you put your mouth parts by the microphone part.
He said, "No." My mom said, "Do you have cornbread in Australia?"
Yeah.
And he goes,
Well, no,
We
that's simply
don't.
because you're wrong. We don't, Mom. Yeah, could probably make it. Yeah, you can make it. I mean, I'm sure you can find cornmeal there. We can find fucking Vegemite here in the United States. You should be able to find cornmeal in Australia.
"I've only found Marmite here."
Marmite, but Pa might not. No, I found Vegemite.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in a tube? Like, does it in like a
No,
toothpaste?
it's in a jar, just like.
Oh, I've seen
just
it in
like
like a
Vegemite.
toothpaste tube.
Yeah?
Not like a toothpaste tube, but you know what I mean, like a tube.
There's a European market in Dunedin that I think I know they sell Marmite there. I don't know if they have Vegemite, but I've seen it. I know I've seen it.
I think the cornmeal used in cornbread is the same. I think it's finer.
No, yeah, the cornmeal that you use for cornbread and the corn that you use for grits are not the same.
Mm-mm.
You can kind of get a similar effect, but if you use yellow cornmeal, you'll end up with a sweeter end result. It's a good to make pudding with, by the way.
I've had yellow grits before.
Yeah.
It's no big. It's just a color.
Yellow grits are actually not grits. Yellow grits are cornmeal.
I'm not colorist.
Whatever. So what else you got going? What else we got to talk about?
I don't know. Nothing.
Yeah.
There's somebody playing really loud music outside.
Okay,
were.
I wasn't hearing shit. Okay.
Okay.
I heard it, and I was just going to let it go. All right.
I'm
I
a bad
think-
rapper. I'm a really bad rapper.
Methinks we're going to wrap up because there's not a whole lot going on. So make sure you check out the show. I'll be posting stuff tomorrow. I made a nice little poster for it. So this Sunday night on the YouTube channel here, FUBAR Weekly YouTube channel, we'll be doing the Aristocrats live because we are classy aristocrats. So if you don't know what it is and you like dirty jokes, tune in because it'll be a fucking blast. A lot of bunch of comedians from New York, a couple comedians from down here in Tampa. I'm actually gonna possibly try to get somebody from LA. So that'll be it. 8 p.m. This coming Sunday the 10th. We do the show every Tuesday night live, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Sometimes from home, sometimes from here. And that's it. Nicole, you got anything to pitch?
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
So you can watch me dance on Friday, May 8th. And follow me on Poshmark so you can buy stuff and hire Perfect Time for your catering needs.
Yeah, that's time spelled Thyme,
Yes, time. Perfect Time.
like the herb.
Yeah, it's a play on words.
Yeah.
I think it's cute. We
And
make really good
I just
quality
said
food.
herb like that intentionally because Maddie's going to comment on it.
Herb.
Because we don't say herb, we say herb.
Herb. I used to know a guy named Herb, and I didn't understand.
Are you on Twitter?
Negative. I am, but I haven't logged in like 8 years, 6 years or something. Twatter.
So, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, they follow on Twitter the Spice Girls and a couple guys named Herb.
I know. It's funny to me.
Following 11. They are following. Stop it. What the fuck? I'm not logging in. So they follow 11, all the Spice Girls and a couple guys named Herb because it's the 11 secret herbs and spices. Yeah. Follow me on all social media at Real Roger Nelson. Follow the show at FUBAR Weekly on Twitter, Instagram.
Are we on Twitter?
We are on Twitter. I
Oh.
don't post much. Usually on Twitter, the stuff I post is usually calling politicians and talking heads out on bullshit,
Okay.
being offensive, getting shadow banned. Twitter's a fucking disposable fucking thing. I hate it. It's fucking stupid. Whenever I use the spice bottle labeled Italian herb, I snicker. That's funny. So there's that. I made empanadas last week. They were fucking amazing.
They were beautiful.
They really were. I fucking impressed myself.
They were so pretty.
That's because I used pre-made frozen empanada dough.
That's fine.
It's herb, not herb. You don't call someone Herbert. It's
do.
the Herbert. Hyacinth already agrees with me on that score. Yeah, but that's about as useless as the Z in Irving.
I like that people in other parts of the world say Zed.
That's a Australian, New Zealand thing.
I think I'm gonna start calling it Zed.
Yeah, ZZ Top. That was weird when I heard that. Like, what the fuck is that?
So do you say like? Oh, I guess yeah.
Like the Nissan, we call it the Nissan 240Z. They would call it the Nissan 240Z.
I learned that from Top Gear.
Yes.
But
I can tell you this. You know what I learned from Pulp Fiction?
What?
Zed's dead, baby.
That's a great band.
True.
Zed's dead.
They got their name from Pulp Fiction.
They did.
So anyway, so that's the show tonight, kids. We appreciate you tuning in. We do this every Tuesday night, so don't forget to tune in again next week. Anything else?
Nah. Follow me on Instagram.
Yes, follow us all on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't be a weenie. That's it. That's all I got. I'm going to go home. I need to go home and get my douche flute fixed because I'm having a nicotine fit and I'm ready to yoke somebody up. And zebra is pronounced zebra. Is that like Deborah, but with a Z?
I want to, if I ever have a daughter, her name's going to be Zebra.
Nice.
I just decided that right now.
It's Z, not Z.
Yeah,
Yo,
whatever.
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 Man. Yahoo Serious tells me otherwise.
Serious?
No, serious.
Oh, okay.
All right, so anyway, that's the show. Kids, we appreciate you tuning in. Stay safe. Don't forget to spay or neuter your children.
FUBAR out.